I can't stand no male-centered woman. I'm trying to talk to the men to get the men in order. And here come yo behind trying to save the dude. For what? For what? And then you advocating for a group of men that ain't even marrying you. You on the panel going hard for these black men with these microphones that I'm trying to address with the harmful things that they say. Yet you on the panel with them and you still single, woman. You still single. That don't make any sense. But yet, not my black men this, and my black men that, and my black men this, and my black, and you ain't got not one black man. Now make that shit make sense, bro. But yet, I'm trying to address them on the things that they saying, and you keep calling them kings. And they not acting like one. They not treating you like no queen or nothing like that. But because you repeat the same talking points as them, they champion you. But they won't even marry you. Not one of them men on them panel have decided to put a ring on your goddamn finger. Not one. But here you go advocating for a group of men who don't care about you, bro. I'm over here trying to address men from a systemic level to a religious level to statistics and everything, trying to get us to be better men. And no, see, no, shut up. Shut up. And that's why stuff ain't gonna get accomplished, because when a man is actually trying to check a goddamn man on the things he's saying, here come a woman that want to come in and save the dude. How are we supposed to get our job done when it's some of you, like on a panel, some of you women want to advocate for the men, but yet they wouldn't even defend your behind. And that's what I'm calling out. Can't call out the toxic rhetoric. He controversial shit. He just says such bad things about men all the time. That's not every black. I never said it was every black man. Are the men over there saying every black woman? Or are they making general statements? Can I not address men as a man? I thought that's what we were supposed to do. But no. Them dudes gonna them problematic men are going to champion those pick me / male centered women. But yet they still won't marry you. And here you go looking stupid, advocating for men who won't even marry you. But they love you though. But we kings. But we the best thing on earth. Not my black man. Not all black men, but the way your black man. I can't stand no male-centered woman.
So guys, if you're looking for a video of men dragging pick-me women, this is the perfect video for you. There are a lot of women who are pick-me's and they are doing everything to be picked by men. Now let us watch what these men have to say about them. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, and jot things down.
Pygmy girls are so annoying and dangerous to all women. They'll throw any woman under the bus for male approval because her personality trait is that she's not like other women. And let's be honest, men aren't really known for their critical thinking skills. They'll sit back and enjoy the content from these pygmy girls like thirsty dogs, never realizing that these women are just perpetuating the same toxic behavior that keeps men emotionally stunted. But hey, who needs emotional intelligence when you have a pygmy girl to tell you how special you are? Pygmy girls are a man's safety net. They respect men for just existing. No effort required. Without them, men would actually have to earn respect from women. But why do all that hard work when you can just find a pygmy girl? The pygmy will always find a way to side with men. She doesn't just tolerate men's worst behaviors. She justifies it and defends it. She does all of this for free. Pygmy women don't actually gain anything. No matter how many men cheer her on, she will never be respected. She'll never be chosen in the way she dreams about. And the second she outlives her usefulness, she'll be thrown away like expired milk. And when that day comes, no woman will be there to save her. The men she defended won't save her. They'll just replace her with a younger, 18-year-old pygmy girl who's even more desperate for male approval. Pygmy girls are just a symptom of a much bigger problem. Men's inability to handle a woman who doesn't bow down to them. Because men are too insecure to handle strong and independent women who don't cater to their fantasies. Pygmy girls are a reflection of male weakness. And until men learn how to confront their own weaknesses, this cycle will continue. Being considered special by a man who doesn't value equality isn't the flex you think it is.
Here's a disgusting truth about men that you don't want to know, but you should listen. They do not care about your feelings. They will continue to watch your Instagram stories. They will continue to keep you on the hook. They will even sometimes tell you the truth, be like, maybe I'm not looking for a relationship. And you'll hold on to the glimmer of hope. Maybe the ChatGPT response that said maybe one day he'll come around, but you know he won't. And you can't put your feelings in his hands. You have to love yourself so much that you can get out of a bad situation, a situation that no longer serves you and didn't for a very long time.
Watching a pick-me girl from the male perspective is one of the most entertaining things you can possibly do. I knew this one girl in college who pandered every single aspect of her life to the male gaze. The way she looked, how she acted, everything was pandered to hopefully one day attract the guy that she wanted. And I would be lying if I said she wasn't pretty. She was a very, very pretty girl. The problem was her actions and the way she treated her friends, especially when other guys were around, were huge turnoffs to almost every guy who picked up on it. I remember one time we were at a house gathering, right? And the guy that she wanted to get attention from was sitting on the couch next to another girl. So she calmly walked up to the one girl sitting next to the guy that she wanted attention from, and she asked, "Are you gonna finish those 2 brownies? They're kind of big." This was one of her good friends, mind you. This was one of like her best friends. You could tell immediately the girl who got asked that question felt extremely uncomfortable and like threatened. And then this girl just like smugly walked off. And that's I think that's one of the like prime examples I have in my head of a pick-me girl. It was entertaining to watch because it was like so easy to pick up on. But like I kind of feel bad for the other girl involved.
I really hope so many pick-me women know this by now. Men will pick you, men will use you, and they will dump you. Sure, you are doing pick me. He will pick you, he will use you, and at his convenience, when you no longer offer value to him, he will trash you. I say it from experience. I'm going to tell you the story of my auntie. My auntie Namaka of blessed memory. She died. I'm not ready to tell that story.
But then it's my body, it's my choice. I can wear whatever I want. We understand that. But all I'm saying is never expect for any man to respect you, sweetheart. With that mentality, never expect any man to respect you. Where is the dignity that you command? Dignity is earned, my love. Dignity and respect are earned. Dress modestly.
Let's educate the uneducated. Section 10 of the South African Constitution literally says everyone has inherent dignity and the right to have their dignity respected and protected. The word inherent means you are born with it. You don't have to earn it. You don't lose your dignity by wearing certain clothing. You also don't gain more dignity by dressing modestly. But according to this modesty advocate right here, if a woman dresses immodestly, then she deserves to lose her dignity. That is literally calling for women's basic human rights to be taken away. This is why I don't like modesty advocates. All they do is shame women, make excuses for men, and they do not respect people's human rights. She claims that not all men are the problem. But if you really believe it's not all men, then shouldn't it be easier to deal with a few bad men than to change the habits and behaviors of half of the population? Please use your brain. If it's not all men, then why is your solution to change all women? You're trying to control 50% of the population to accommodate a minority of men. How does that make sense? Unless, of course, you're implying that it is all men. Is that what you're trying to say? Women don't dress to get men's attention. And if you want evidence, look how women dress when there are no men around. There are plenty of videos online showing the dress code in women's only spaces. And to this creator, you're not morally superior. Just because you dressed for male attention doesn't mean every woman in the world is like you. Nobody forced you to dress like that. You made your choice and nobody stopped you. That's called freedom. Women don't owe men modesty. This woman spends all her time and energy directing her anger towards women who don't dress modestly. But she has no energy at all when it comes to holding men accountable for harassment. This person is a coward. She doesn't want to confront the real problem, which is men harassing women. Her main priority is to ensure that women dress modestly, even if dressing modestly doesn't stop harassment. She doesn't care. She just wants to impose her lifestyle on other people.
I was actually literally going to make a video on this today, so you kind of read my mind. But pick-me girls, they're the worst. Like, we could read them as well as you could read them. It's blatantly obvious when there's a pick-me girl. They're all about me. They kind of bring the energy of the room down because they're so self-centered. It's because they're insecure. Their insecurities are driving them to be pick me, because probably growing up they didn't have a lot of male attention. They might have not had a dad in the picture. It's very psychological. There's a reason for it. I recently dealt with a pick me girl. I'm not gonna say who they were, but it was very annoying. We could all tell it was a group of us. Everyone just was like, this girl is just so annoying. She was trying way too hard to, I don't know, be cool in this group, and it's just be yourself. All you have to do is just be yourself, and if people like you for yourself, that's great. Don't try to be someone you're not. That goes for like any life situation. Just be yourself. But to answer your question, it's super obvious when someone's a pick me girl. Like, it's so easy to pick up on. I feel like girls don't realize that guys can pick up on it too. So just be yourself. That's the most attractive thing.
There's a reason why a lot of men don't go for the pick-me pixies, and I don't think the pick-me pixies understand. Like, a lot of y'all don't excite these men. A lot of y'all are plain, basic, and boring. And I know that that's like y'all's thing, because like you're supposed to like make yourself not look like the other girls. You're supposed to like not wear a bunch of makeup, or, you know, try to look different than like the blank slate that white men want you to be. Blank slate for them to project their own ideas of what they think a woman should be. Wow, this came out, that came out. That's a little suggestive there. And I wouldn't put that past them. But you're just supposed to be like this blank slate for these men to project their idea of what an ideal woman is supposed to be onto. The thing is, and there are some pick-me pixies that do get picked. Like, don't get me wrong. There are quite a few of them that do get picked. But for the ones that, like, don't understand why it's still so hard for them to, like, find a decent dude or find a dude that wants them, you gotta understand, they don't want you. They don't. These dudes don't want the trad wife. They want the goth, scene, alt, feminist trad wife. And they want this because to them, it's going to look like the ultimate hallmark for their masculinity, that they tamed this wild, savage woman, that they're so great and golden of a guy that they were actually able to succeed in doing the unthinkable, subjugating and pushing the wild feminist woman into the kitchen where they think she belongs.
You know what a pick-me girl is?
I don't know.
I just learned. Pick-me girl is someone who is like sort of self-consciously quirky, as a way of differentiating themselves from the masses, so that people are like, ooh, she's interesting.
Were you familiar with this term, Summer?
I wasn't, but
No.
I know those girls. I
That's
know
me.
a lot of the, oh, okay.
And so you're the in this scenario, you're the pick-me girl.
Yeah, I'm the pick-me girl. I'm gonna feign a kind of casual nonchalance while underneath I'm desperate for your approval and the approval of everybody here.
Well, why did you just lay out your whole strategy ahead of time?
Well, I just want to get it out of the way, and then I'll be coy for the rest of the time together.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I've been thinking about lately? Like a lot, actually?
What?
The fact that I get along with guys so much more than I do girls. Like, I'm such a guy's girl. Girls are just so much drama, and I just get so much, like, I get along with guys so much better, you know? And also, I was also thinking yesterday how I'm so blessed to not have to wear makeup all the time. First of all, it's not even good for your skin. I don't need all that shit that those girls wear all the time. I'm just naturally blessed with a face, you know? With that, like, nice face. I don't know. And also, I noticed how skinny I am lately. Like, my arms, I'm just so skinny and pretty, and just everything about me is just, I don't know. I'm really feeling myself, you know?
What?
What? What's wrong? I just thought I could...
I don't know. You do you, girl.
What is a pick-me girl? Just basically a girl who is like, oh, I'm not like other girls, and tries to stand out from everybody else. Like, pick-me girls will usually have a lot of guy friends just because they're like, oh, I'm not like other girls. Like, I'm better. They want more attention.
Only a man that needs someone to help him or someone to see him as the prize will only choose a pick-me show. That is the only type of man that will choose a pick-me show, is one that wants to shine in the eyes of a woman because he can't shine in the eyes of the world. Okay, so he needs someone to validate him and make him feel like the man that he couldn't make himself feel like. Okay, so don't get caught up in being a pick-me show. If you can get him, you can get someone else. If you can get him, you can get another one even better. Okay, especially if you level up. Okay, how to be the prize? If you have to ask that question and try to be the prize, it means you're not the prize. The prize is here. You know you're the prize. There's no question. There's no instruction. That's your attitude about everything. Oh well, you missed it. If you don't see it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It does not have to be a set of instructions on how to be the prize. If you are or you ain't, that's just it. There are no instructions. You are because you think you are, or you're not because you're unsure of yourself. So y'all have to get it together in your own mind first, if you're the prize or not. And you are your own prize, okay? You are your own prize first and foremost.
Let's be for real. Guys actually really don't like the pick-me's. From what
Let's talk about it, ladies, because she's correct. Guys don't like the pick me girls. I mean, they like having them around because they know they're going to do anything that they say because they want to be chosen, but they're not going to pick them either. Like the girls that you think, oh, they're going to fall for them because they're picking you. Now they just use them, and then once they done using them, they come get you, and they use y'all too. And then once they done with y'all, they go get with somebody else. Like the pick me girls are only there to satisfy all the things that you're not doing. But if they can get you to do what the pick me girls are doing, they'll drop the pick me girls in a heartbeat. It's kind of like when you were young and it was like you wanted a certain type of ice cream when you went to the ice cream store, but if you couldn't get that one, you just settled for another one because it was the second best ice cream, but that's not really what you wanted. Those what dudes think about when they think about picnics. You are the second best ice cream, but I'm going to accept you because I know I can get what I want from you. So I'm not going to listen.
I'm going to just say this one more thing and then I'm going to shut up about it.
That's a lie. Because you never shut up. You literally never shut the fuck up. If all you did was get on here and do your little TikTok promotions, I had no issue with you. If all you did was get on here and hold both parties accountable, I have no issues with you. But you don't. Because all you do is get on here and tell some of the most fantastical lies that I've ever heard. You might have missed your calling. You could have been a fictional writer. You could give J.K. Rowling a run for her money. You get on here, you tell lies, you demean your gender, you sit here and try to make excuses for some of the most outlandish things the MAGA party have done. You want to sit there and hold liberals accountable for their actions, and yet when it comes to the MAGA party, you just seem to be Ray Charles to the whole thing. You're blind, you can't see nothing. You are the most pick-me girl that no one has ever picked. And if they do pick you, they tend to return you because you have zero substance. You want so badly to be noticed by people who don't respect you in any light. Every time you get on here, you tell nothing but lie after lie after lie. Like, Jesus Christ, woman, do us all a favor and shut up.
And in her videos, her talking points mainly revolve around women's private parts being worn out, overstretched, and damaged because they are ran through. Right? As I said, vulgar, old. And a very Zulu and very misogynistic man recently stitched one of her videos. And in the video, he said that as much as he would like to, accept her support of men, he's only willing to listen to Tamara because she has lighter skin and is prettier than her. In fact, he didn't just say that. He said her skin is so dark and ugly. Right? And I know colorism, it sucks. Bullying sucks. But I can't imagine how much more it sucks when it comes from men after you've given them permission to dictate your life and your entire existence. Because if you enable misogyny in any shape or form, you must be able to take it lying down. You yourself need to be able to deal with its consequences without saying a word because you are not immune from misogyny. Right? And you are not immune from the impossible beauty standards that men hold women to. They are victims. Yes, they are victims of being groomed by the patriarchy, but they themselves do not know how to play it because there are conditions to them being platformed. Which brings me to my next point. A lot of these women cannot see beyond servitude to men, right? They cannot see beyond being his wife, his girlfriend, or the mother of his kids. So what most people love to say about pick me is that they want to get picked, right? They want to get picked for these roles. But guys, you're not understanding. Anyone can be picked for these roles, right? But these people want to kind of like change the conditions to elongate their servitude to men because what they want to do is serve men, right? Because I think creating a platform where you can enable men to share their delusions and insecurities and then call it holding women accountable is servitude to men. You are serving men in one way or another, right? And these women are showing men what they're willing to do to be chosen to be of service to them. Because I can be dumb for a man, you can be dumb for a man, but how dumb are you willing to be for a man? And that's why these pick me women's talking points get dumber and more ridiculous each day. Like, you can tell that they're just making it up as they go. You can tell that a lot of them are discovering these talking points as the cameras are rolling. You can just tell the thought just came to them as they're recording this video, talking to us, right? And that's why a lot of them will go back to very non-existent things. Like, I, as a woman, don't think women should vote. That question was answered years ago, babes. I don't think women should be able to have jobs. That question was answered years ago, babes. And this also reminds me of even that time when Ahlume was at war with the whole of feminist TikTok. She was like, feminism is not about abortion. It's not about not getting married. It's not about not getting into relationships. Proving my point. His wife, his girlfriend, the mother of his kids. Because a lot of these women don't have a problem with the fact that you guys do not want to do these three things. They just don't understand why a woman would want to cut ties to serving men. Why a woman would deny herself the opportunity to serve a man. That's their biggest problem. Even with baby mamas. Guys, South Africa has one of the highest rates of children who do not live with their biological fathers in the household, right? So South Africa in general has a deadbeat problem. None of us should be shocked that there are kids in this country who do not know their dads or are being raised by stepfathers, grannies, uncles, you name it. Like, none of us should be shocked. I don't even know why baby mama conversations and baby mama memes are still a thing. Nothing new, nothing funny, right? But the problem is a lot of these pick-me's take for granted the baggage that comes with being tethered to a man in these three conditions: his girlfriend, his wife, the mother of his kids. And their problem with a lot of baby mamas is that they are doing it without men. A lot of them think a baby tethers them to a man, and they would leverage the birth and existence of this child to kind of show a man that she's still worthy of being in service to him because they have this thing that they share together. And a lot of baby mamas, regardless of what ties them, they're raising these kids on their own. They don't even ask them for money because they do not care to be tethered to these men in any shape or form. And that's why a lot of these women will tell liberated women, oh, it's because I was Zaliwen. How is that an insult? Because even if a woman was infertile, there are plenty of children in orphanages and adoption centers who really need a parent. So being a parent doesn't only begin and end and actually giving birth to a child. And if you do not want to have a child, you should be allowed the opportunity to have a child. But for them, they're not stingy about their wombs. Their wombs aren't this sacred thing. I promise you, they're willing to give their womb to anyone who asks. Again, they don't understand why you would deny yourself the opportunity to use your womb to service a man. That's also why I get so irritated when men say that, oh, I want this tembu, or because I want to have more kids. And I'm like, do you think a woman only exists to extend and elongate your bloodline? Like, no companionship, no partnership, no building. I just want a woman who's going to give me kids. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And back to the feminist thing. When you say feminism is about abortion, about marriage, about whatever, you do know that women have bank accounts because of feminism. You do know that in apartheid, women were called minors even when they were married to men because, again, women were seen as subordinate. They didn't exist. Hello. You do know that child marriages are illegal in most parts of the world because of feminism. You two right now could have been married to a 60-year-old man as a 17-year-old. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And abortions aren't only for people who simply regret having a baby. And if they have a regret, people are allowed to have regrets. If they regret getting pregnant, people should be allowed to terminate. If that's your regret, that's your regret. I can't police what you regret doing in your life. The hell? But also, people have necessary abortions. There's certain people that cannot afford to carry that baby to term because they too could die. Right? There are women in America, we've seen in the news, have died because they've been denied very necessary abortions. Some people are carrying children of RAPE. Just saying. And the reason why these women will find anything and everything that they can use to be worthy of serving men is because men are like corporate. You could give up your leave days, you could give up your vacations, you could ignore your kids, not help your kids do homework, to answer work emails, you could avoid going on vacation just to work, you could be employee of the month, but if you were to get into a car accident, get paralyzed, they'll replace you tomorrow. They'll replace you tomorrow. You need to go, like they will replace you tomorrow. And a lot of these women know just how, like, It's a risky bargain. Like, you are so replaceable. You don't matter to a lot of men because, again, if they were looking, that's why I don't like it when men say high value, low value, because you don't really need to value your servant. You can value their service, but by virtue of someone being a servant, by virtue of someone literally being there to satisfy your needs, anyone can do that. Like, hello. Like, the same way I don't really have to be loyal to a barber, a mechanic, the Wi-Fi guy, an Uber driver. Like, service.
Pick me women never get picked. This is one thing I want you guys to understand. If you're a pick me and you're watching this video, this should be a wake-up call to you. These men won't pick you. And even if they pick you, they will use you and do whatever they want to do with you. And at the end of the day, they will only commit to the woman they really want to be with, who is definitely not going to be a pick me woman. Pick me women are dangerous. These are the type of women who will bash another woman in the presence of men to get male attention. This is the type of friend who is going to go behind your back, talk trash about you to other men in order to gain some type of attention or admiration, to make herself look better than you. These are the type of women who will let you go when they get into a relationship. They will abandon you, forget about you, and they will only know that you exist when they need you for emotional support. When the guy who they have been doing everything to get picked by dumps them, uses them, and abandons them, that's when they realize that they need the support of other women who are not pygmies. If men are coming out to say all of these things about women who are pygmies, it is a wake-up call for the women who have decided to become pygmies. There are a lot of women who are die-hard pygmies. They will do everything to be picked by men. Most of these men are telling you they do not want you. They do not admire you being a pygmy. They will get with you, use you, and leave you for a woman who isn't a pygmy. These are the type of women who will blame another woman for the mistakes of a man. You catch your man cheating, and instead of taking it out on him, you take it out on another woman. Your husband is cheating on you. Instead of you being angry at your husband, you're angry at the other woman. You see the other woman to be a problem. Sometimes this woman doesn't even know you're married. This woman doesn't even know you have a husband. But because you're so much of a pygmy, you want to blame a woman for the mistakes of a man. You're blaming a woman for the things that a man is doing. This is a clear-cut definition of a woman who is a pygmy. And a lot of women are in this category. These are the type of women who will protect an abusive boyfriend, an abusive stepfather, an abusive man, just because they want this man to pick them. They want to be in a relationship with this man. These are the type of women who allow a man take advantage of their kids, take advantage of women in their families. But because this man is in a relationship with them, they will protect this man. They will hide a secret for this man. They will bury a body for this man just because they want to be picked by this man. These are the type of women who are very dangerous. Pick-me women are the type of women who will betray you for a man. They will abandon you in the club to go with a strange man back to his hotel room just because they are craving male validation to that extent. These are the type of women who will let you go for a relationship. These are the type of women who are quick to block you, delete you, cut you off for doing one thing wrong to them, but they will never cut off a man who is doing the very same things to them 7 times. Your friend is quick to cut you off for something wrong you did to her, but she's not able to cut off her boyfriend who has been cheating on her for 7 years, mistreating her, beating her up, treating her like shit. She cannot let go of him. She cannot cut him off, but she's quick to cut you off for doing one bad thing to her. This is a pygmy. Friends who cannot forgive you for the mistakes you have made, but they are able to forgive a cheating man, an abusive man, a terrible boyfriend, a terrible husband. They will take him back 100 times, but they cannot forgive you for one little mistake you made. These are the type of women you need to run the hell away from. Women who put men on a pedestal. Women who are willing to betray everyone because of a man. Stay the hell away from them. They are dangerous. These are the type of friends who will go behind your back, trash talk you to a guy just to make themselves look better in the eyes of this guy. And you think you're making yourself look better in the eyes of this guy. Most of these men can sense when you're jealous, when you have pick-me energy, and they don't admire you for it. If you're a woman, you're sitting with a man talking trash about another woman, that guy is looking at you like a fool. He's looking at you like a dummy. And they see through you. They see through the jealousy. They see through the envy. They see through the hate. Most of you are so stupid. You sit with the man and you're trash talking another woman thinking it makes you look better. No, it makes you look jealous and insecure, and it makes you look like a pick-me. And guess what? You will never be picked. One of the clips in this video clearly shows how a girl was talking to her boyfriend, and she was basically portraying herself as a pick-me to get a reaction out of him. You guys could see the ick on his face. He was very uncomfortable seeing his girlfriend go out of her way to show off and act like a pick-me. And you could see how disgusted he was. You could see it on his face. This is how a lot of men look at you when you're trying to be picked by them. This is how they see you. They see you as a dummy. They see you as desperate. And the funniest thing is they don't like pick-me's. That's the irony. Most of the women who are doing everything to be picked by men, they never get picked. And even if these men pick them, they only pick them to use them and dump them and go after women who are not pick-me's. This is a wake-up call for you guys. If men are coming out to tell you guys that this is how men truly feel about pick-me women, it's a wake-up call to you. Take it or leave it. It doesn't change anything. You are empowering the patriarchy by doing this. Empowering a system which is not beneficial to you, which is beneficial only to the men. And at the end of the day, they won't even pick you. You think you're exempted from all of this discrimination, from all of this cruelty, from all of this mistreatment. You're not. You're not exempted. You're a woman just like every other woman who has decided to be a feminist, who has decided to fight for equality, who has decided to stand on her grounds and stand on business. You think not standing on business, doing everything, sitting in your shell and being a pygmy is going to make you admirable and desirable in the eyes of men? Well, guess what? This video is proof that you're not admired, you're not desired. They don't even like you for it. Period. The women who fight so much to be picked don't get picked. This is a wake-up call for all of you. And if you're friends with a pick-me woman, if you have any pick-me woman in your life, please distance yourself, stay away from them. Pick-me women will always put you in danger. Pick-me women are dangerous. Pick-me women are selfish. Pick-me women are the women who will decide to betray everyone just for a man, just to get a little bit of validation, attention, breadcrumbs from a man. They are the ones in the comment section always defending men. And these very same men, when they hurt these women, they come to women like us who are not pick-me's to give them support, for emotional support, for emotional validation. When these women get hurt by the men they are fighting so much to be picked by, they come to us women who are not pick-me's for emotional support. They run to other women for support, for advice. The very same women who they were dragging, the very same women who they were talking trash about, these are the women they are going to run to when the men who they have been defending all their lives end up abusing them, mistreating them, and treating them like shit. When the scales finally falls off from their eyes and they see how dumb they were being pick-me's, they run to other women for support. And the men who they were defending are nowhere to be found. They use other women as an emotional support system when men hurt them. But these were the very same men they wanted to be picked by. These were the very same men who they wanted so badly to pick them. These are the very same men who hurt them, who mistreat them, who treated them like shit. But when it gets bad, they go to other women for support. If you're a pick-me woman, or if you've been a pick-me woman, because I know a lot of us have been pick-me's and we have recovered from being pick-me's. If you're still a pick-me, you're still manifesting in pygmeisha mood, this video is a wake-up call to you. Get out of it. It will get you nowhere. Even if you get picked, you will get mistreated, used, and dumped. Just like every other woman, you're going to get used and dumped. Most of the times, the men who you're fighting so badly to be picked from will use you to get to where they want to get in life, will use you to do whatever they want to do, get bored of you, because guess what? Men easily get bored of pygmies. They find you guys very boring, and they are going to leave you and go to a woman who wouldn't even do half of the things you're doing to please them. A woman who is selfish, self-centered, who puts herself first, who is not a pygmy, who isn't living to please a man, who is not living for male validation. Period. There are a lot of women who used to be pygmies, and when they sit back to reflect on their pygmeisha face, they get upset, they get hurt, they get angry, because they couldn't believe they stooped so low just to get breadcrumbs, attention, validation from a man, from a gender that doesn't even care about them, from a gender that doesn't even care about your opinions, that is selfish and will always put themselves first. Now, if you're a pygmy, I'm not judging you. But what I want you to know is this is the consequences of being a pygmy. The men who you want to pick you so badly, this is how they view you. This video is proof. Take it or leave it. So besties, we've come to the end of this amazing video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you love this video. Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.